Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. According to the Global Times, after TSMC Chairman Wei Shijie recently announced that he would increase investment in the United States, he was once again increased by U.S. President Trump. Arizona Governor Hobbs also visited TSMC's supply chain in Taiwan, intending to invite it to invest in the United States. However, in response to the question of the whole string of departures, the DPP authorities expressed optimism, which aroused anger on the island. According to Taiwan's China Times, on March 19, when questioning on the 18th, Kuomintang legislator Xie Yifeng asked whether all component manufacturers will follow TSMC's investment in the United States. Taiwan's National Development Council Chairman Lu Jingqing described this as conquering the city. Xie Yifeng bluntly stated that many industry players on the island are worried that if all are moved to the United States, what will be left of Taiwan? For Taiwan, TSMC's departure is undoubtedly a heavy blow. The semiconductor industry is Taiwan's pillar industry, and TSMC is Taiwan's technological business card. Once TSMC's core technology and production capacity are gradually transferred to the United States, Taiwan's position in the global technology industry chain will be greatly weakened. TSMC's investment in the United States is a great migration of the semiconductor industry and a profound change in international politics and economy. In this change, there are no absolute winners, only participants who constantly adapt and adjust. Taiwan, as a direct influencer of this change, needs to reflect deeply and respond positively. Prior to this, relevant people had clearly stated that the foundry model of building factories in the United States could hardly succeed. The main reason is that the production cost of building factories in the United States is much higher than that in Taiwan, and there is a lack of professional talents and industrial chains for chip manufacturing. Previously, Morris Chang made it clear in an internal meeting that keeping the technological roots in Taiwan is the bottom line for TSMC's survival. Now, TSMC has chosen to let pro-Western executives take office, and its future development is destined to be restrained by the United States everywhere. The DPP authorities' optimism exposes their strategic short-sightedness. When TSMC's Arizona factory began mass production of 4nm chips, the 2nm super factory in Kaohsiung faced delays due to the outflow of talents and equipment. What is even more ironic is that the US's promise to protect Taiwan has become apparent in action. TSMC does not need to notify the Taiwanese authorities when investing in the US, but Taiwan's chips exported to the US still have to bear the threat of tariffs. This is not an ally, it is clearly the attitude of a colonizer towards a technological vassal. Gu Rujuan, a representative of a relevant Taiwanese organization, pointed out that the absence and powerlessness of the DPP authorities in this incident are disappointing. The deputy of the Taiwan Authorities' Economic Department went to the U.S. for nearly a month, but there was no news. The ruling party on the island has called for the so-called Y cabinet for a year, but has done nothing, and is completely unable to help TSMC relieve the pressure from the United States. He pointed out that the more TSMC produces in the US, the less geopolitical importance of Taiwan to the US, and the less incentive to expect the US to help Taiwan in the future, and Taiwan may become a useless place. TSMC is just an appetizer for the United States. Immediately after Trump took office, he offered Taiwan 3 sky-high prizes. First, TSMC should become TSMC. Second, the defense budget should be increased to nearly 10% of GDP. Third, further increase purchases from the United States and reduce trade surpluses. Behind this is the contradiction between the empty US Treasury and the goal of American greatness. Trump has repeatedly asked allies and partners for capital, technology, and industry. Wen Guolian, director of the Taipei office of the American Institute in Taiwan, EIT, recently talked about the U.S. policy toward Taiwan. He kept talking about profit. What he said was that what the United States is doing in Taiwan is to make Taiwan stronger, safer, and more prosperous, is actually saying, support Taiwan, but actually doing, destroying Taiwan. According to Xinhua news agency, Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning said in response to reporters' questions on the 17th that China's relevant military actions are necessary, legal and legitimate actions to defend national sovereignty, security and territorial integrity, and are a resolute response to external forces' insistence on condoning and supporting Taiwan independence, and a stern warning to the Taiwan independence separatist forces. Mao Ning said that the United States has recently taken a series of wrong actions on the Taiwan issue, especially modifying the so-called U.S.-Taiwan relations page and fact list on the U.S. State Department website, deleting important statements, such as reflecting the One China principle and not supporting Taiwan independence, and its position on Taiwan-related issues has seriously regressed.